Hey fellas, Frankie Day here. Okay fellas, tonight, Saturday evening, this is the final reveal of my card model build of the B-25 Mitchell bomber in the splendid markings of the Royal Air Force. Okay fellas, I finished this up today, and it's about as good as she's going to get in my book, but she's all done, and it's time to move on. So I got two group builds I'll be working on right now, and so I finished up this B25 is done. She's ready to put it aside to collect dust or hang them high at school modeling somewhere, and get her out of harm's way. And the best thing about building models, folks, is cleaning up your workbench and make sure it's nice and clean and immaculate, and starting over again, you know. And when it's done, you got another big mess you got to clean up. But it goes hand in hand with modeling, so I wouldn't expect any more or any less. But this is the final review, video 3 of the mighty Mitchell bomber. Again, folks, the B-25 Mitchell was one hell of an airplane for her day. You know, she proved her worth of being in the military, in the Army Air Corps, as when she proved that the dynamic bombing mission done by Mr. late great Jimmy Doolittle, April 18, 1942, when he got 16 B-25s loaded on 868-foot aircraft carriers such as the Hornet. And normal B-25 takeoff is 95 miles an hour at 1,500 feet, but Jimmy Doolittle proved that at 400 feet at 55 miles an hour with a full load of bombs and gas. And during the early training periods of that time, 3 months after the attack of Pearl Harbor, at England Field, I think it's England, I think Field or something like that, in Florida. That's where they trained by the aid of Lieutenant Miller, who was a landing signal officer, and he was an aviation pilot as well. And he trained the Army pilots on how to make a carrier take off. But at the time, the Army pilots, during training, didn't have a clue or whatever. But they just said, what's up with this short takeoff stuff with full flaps down and full throttle, pull back on the yokes and head for the clouds. You know, this thing we designed to do something like this, but it was. And it was done, it was achieved. Jimmy Doolittle proved it at first, because he consulted with a mariner who was on a submarine about that's a good idea. You know, that's where he got the idea from. And so, out of the privilege of President Roosevelt awarded him as the leader of Operation Project Number 1. So he's the one that actually developed the radar and everything and got the pilots trained. So the B-25 was one hell of an airplane for a day, folks. They were used at both theaters during the war, used on South Pacific, where most of them were used, and a lot of them were used in the European theater right across the pond for our good friends. And they served them quite well too. And Mitchell was one hell of an airplane. And I remember seeing these things fly all the time when I was a kid growing up in the 40s and 50s. And believe you me, this old man right here has seen a lot of airplanes that you guys are building, you know, in the past that actually were in service at the time. The B-25s was used back in the 1950s and was used as a utility aircraft. They're painted all aluminum color. You got black booting on top of the nacelles on there, and that carried a couple people on there once. So you see utility plane, like a shuttle plane. That was also good for it. And by 1958, the B-25 was stricken from the United States Air Force. And a lot of them are seen today at air shows and flying around, and also in museums. Okay, enough chatting about the Mitchell. Let's go over here and take a look at this card kit I just got done doing, guys. And we'll come back to yours truly, finish up the video. Let's bring this camera over here. There she is, pals, sitting on her legs, well balanced and everything. And I turn Lady Susan around a little bit. You guys will give a little bit of a walk around on this thing. And I got the props on, props turn, turrets turn, the bottom turn, jacks, and now turns too. All out of paper, fellas. this wasn't a bad build. I had fun with this Mitchell, folks. You know, it's 133 scale, pretty close to 132nd scale. And this airplane, it had its difficult moments in building. And when I finished this airplane, I went ahead and gave it a good airbrush some of this butyrate dope right here, folks. This is the dope that you buy at the hub shop. Now they stock this stuff for me now. I mix this with lacquer thinner and airbrush right through your airbrush. It won't hurt it at all. And what it does, applying on this paper here, it tightens up the paper. Makes it a lot more tighter right there, without warpage. Okay, fellas, we'll zoom around here a little bit more here again, and come back and we'll finish up the video here. And this is the final reveal of the Mighty Mitchell, folks. And I love this airplane very much. It's a very beautiful airplane, and it came out okay, I guess. But it's a good kit. I had fun building this thing. Okay, boys, we'll see the camera around yours truly up here and finish up the video. Here I is, boys, here I is. Okay, guys, that's the final reveal, video 3 of my card model build by Mali Malarez out of Poland, in the scale of 133 again. And she's complete. Ready to push to the side, let her dry up a little bit and everything, and prepare for the Jake Cutler, Steve's Dakota group build we got going on, and my C-54D Skymaster on my Cold War group build, which has started already. So before I get started on that, folks, like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to go ahead and get my workbench all squared away out here. As gee, folks, it's hard to describe it right now. Just tools strewn all over the place. Grab them here and grab them there. So, like I said before, that's the fun part about starting a new project, is cleaning up your workbench. So always keep your workbench good and clean, folks. Make sure everything's clean, because it'll save you a lot of headaches when you start building another kit. Because pretty soon you're so used to grabbing tools, putting here and there, building it, but it all changes with the builds. So keep your workbench good and clean and squared away, and makes your models look nice too. And it keeps mom off your back. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day signing off. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. May God bless. And stay tuned for my update of my C-54D Skymaster, which I'll have it posted by Monday, I believe. I'll have a few shots of the progress that's being done on it. And then I'll go ahead and get cracking on Jake Cutler's Steve across the pond, a wonderful gentleman. And thank you again, Steve, for letting me join in on your group build, sir. So I got the 172nd Dakota, you got the 148. Anyway, it'll be interesting builds, to say the least. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day signing off right now. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. May God bless, make Mama happy. And please subscribe. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, boys.